Previously on the Rod Pedersen Show.
I can't tell you when's the last time I got so serious about something like this Slapshot remake discussion. And we've had some really good ones coming in here. Jeff in Winnipeg, Camilla says the Baldwin brothers for the Hansons. Wayne in Victoria agrees with my Zach Galifianakis as Denis Lemieux. Denis Lemieux, continuons sa saison. Who would be Dickie Dunn? I feel like Elliot Friedman should play Dickie Dunn. But I think that Billy Bob Thornton is a slam dunk as Reg Dunlop, because this is a very, very important role. This would be the role that might define Billy Bob Thornton's career.
It's the role.
It's the role. And I will go along with Billy Bob Thornton as Reg Dunlop. That's how big of a fan I am of his and of Reg Dunlop's, and nobody has come close to anybody else.
Somebody mentioned Steve Carell. Steve Carell maybe is Jim Carr.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
He could be Jim Carr. That works for me.
No. The guy whose idea this was in the first place, Robin Wildy, he's watching in PA. He says Liam Neeson as Joe McGrath. Liam Neeson's way too cool to play Joe McGrath. Way too cool.
Somebody mentioned
John in Winnipeg. John Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
As Joe McGrath.
Yeah. Slam dunk.
Perfect.
Oh, how about that? Get ready for the Rod Pedersen Show.
There is breaking news on this Monday from the National Hockey League Player Safety announcing that Leafs forward Austin Matthews has been suspended 2 games for cross-checking Buffalo Sabres defenseman Rasmus Dahlin during Sunday's Heritage Classic.
I think it was justified. I kind of figured it would be a couple of it. I think they got it right over here. It was clear it was a target to Dahlin's head. He was treated as any other player. This wasn't a Toronto bias type of thing.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
Hello, Canada. Welcome to the RP Show, coming to you live again from the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. And, of course, we welcome our Canadian sports friends in the United States of America or wherever you may be watching around the world on the Game Plus Television Network and YouTube Live. We're going to have a lot of fun today with some special guests. Nick Cicavich is going to be joining us in Hour 1. You'll know that name from the National Lacrosse League. He stepped down as commissioner a couple weeks ago. He's now in charge of business of the Arizona Coyotes. I think you're going to be hearing a lot about the Coyotes throughout the program today, and you're going to hear why coming up. And also, the gold medal winning goaltender for Canada's women's Olympic hockey team, Ann-Renee Desbiens, is going to be joining us in Hour 2 to talk about her Olympic experience and pro hockey career moving forward. But we've got a very special guest joining us. His name is Moose DuPont, and he's back in the country. That's Bellworthy. How you doing, Moose?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back. I missed this place. I miss being up here, and I missed you.
Well, glad to have you back. Last night, you're going to hear that we went to the BCLA Basketball Champions League Americas game here at Winsport Arena, and I said to Moose, maybe I'll just put my feet up for 2 hours and let you tell stories from your time in Arizona, because you had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Just tell some of the stories.
It was really cool. I mean, we got to see a lot. The weather was good. I think you were talking about it the other day. We ran into Sean Burke on the golf course at Camelback Ranch, which was cool. Didn't recognize him. The guys we were with, members of the course, knew him really well, and they're like, Darren, it's Sean. He knows you. And I'm like, looking over at some big, 6'3", 4'5" guy, and didn't recognize him right away because he was far away. But he comes over and he's like, "Oh, great to see you." He's like, "Oh yeah, no." He's like, "I know Rod, fan of the show, been on a few times. How's it going?"
Has.
We had a little good catch up, and it was good to see him. We toured all over, saw the new Arizona Coyotes facility at the AUS campus. Got some photos of that. That was really cool. Didn't get to tour inside, but that'll be on the next trip. So lots to see, lots to do in Phoenix.
Well, we are back to normal. The Moose is back. Thank you to Lee for filling in while he was gone. But we'll get Moose's hot takes as the day goes along. And by the way, before we get to the quick six, breaking news today, Henry Burris has joined the BC Lions coaching staff as offensive assistant. Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, I just came across Twitter, our notification on my phone. So it was just the other day, because we've been surrounded by CFL people here in Calgary. People were saying, what is happening with Henry? Because they made a coaching staff purge with the Chicago Bears. Well, we learned today that Henry Burris is joining the BC Lions. So there's that. Okay, can you hit the quick six show horn, please, Director Jordan? Thank you. I had to actually, Darren, go 6A, 6B, and maybe 6C with my topics. Okay. Right? So I was a little worried that we wouldn't have enough to talk about, and that's just silly. Number one, the losing continues for the Ottawa Senators. Nick Schmaltz scored the game winner to extend his point streak. Lawson Krause had a hat trick, and the Arizona Coyotes beat the Senators 5-3 in Ottawa. Schmaltz now has 15 points in his last 6 games. The Sens have won just 3 of their last 12. But let's not talk about them. We didn't expect them to be good, nor did we expect the Coyotes to be good. However, was the Valley buzzing with Coyotes talk? Because they're now tied for Seattle for second worst in the NHL. They've moved out of third worst, I guess, is what it would be.
You know, actually, because what did they win? 6 in a row?
They were flying.
They were flying, and there was talk in the desert about that,
was
right?
there?
There was.
Good.
You know, and I saw a few Coyotes hats mulling around Scottsdale, so that was kind of neat.
Yeah, that's it. I often say, put a good team there, and you won't have arena problems.
Yeah.
They've just sucked forever. So it's nice to see that they're tied with Seattle now. How about that? Point 2, the Toronto Raptors won their 4th straight game, holding on to beat the LA Lakers 114-103. My favorite Raptor, Gary Trent Jr., had 28 points. Spicy P had 27 and 11 rebounds. And rookie Scotty Barnes finished with 21 points and 9 boards. Raps coach Nick Nurse is 6-0 all-time versus LeBron James. After the game, LeBron refused to speak to the media. Now, I don't know. You're the Hollywood guy. You're Mr. LA now. So are you sensing the heat that's on the Lakers down there? And how do you feel as this longtime LA fan that LeBron wouldn't meet with the media? Because frankly, I don't like LeBron, so I don't want to hear from him anyways.
I know.
But when the biggest star of the game refuses to meet with the media, should there not be a fine here or something?
You know, it's something, but it's not good in LA with the Lakers right now. It's not good at all. And basketball might be number 1 in the desert, at least right now. The Phoenix Suns are good. You know, the Arizona Wildcats have a number 1 seed in the NCAA bracket. So it's a lot of basketball down there. The college basketball was on televisions in every sports bar, every place we went into, led the sports coverage on the news. And so did the Suns. And they spanked the Lakers when we were down there just the other night. On the heels of losing to the Raptors. Yeah, things aren't good in L.A. They're not going to magically pull it together and go on a run. And now you got LeBron getting frustrated, not even wanting to talk to the media. It's not a good look.
I thought that you might go to the Suns-Raptors game. Did you consider it?
Yeah, we considered it. Didn't fit in, but we really considered it.
There's just so much to do.
I know.
So much other things to do. Point 3, how about this? This, folks, is the benefit of TSN and Sportsnet showing junior hockey highlights, which, of course, is my guilty pleasure. In Hamilton, George Diakos scored twice as Hamilton blanked Oshawa 3-0 at Tim Hortons Field on Monday, one day after the NHL's Heritage Classic in the Hammer. Logan Morrison added a single for the Bulldogs, who lead the OHL Eastern Conference at 37-11-4. And it looked pretty cool. The attendance, something was wrong with the OHL website. They said it was like 1,700. Somewhere I saw 12,000 was what they were expecting at Tim Hortons Field. I love those outdoor games. Did you go to the one at Mosaic Stadium between the Pats and the Hitmen?
No.
Did you go to the NHL Heritage Classic?
I was out of town. I did the Heritage our tailgate. We had our RP show tailgate at the Heritage Classic.
Oh, my God. We were on the air then, weren't we?
Yeah.
We still had this show going.
I know. So I remember setting it up, and you were going down there to sign autographs and do the whole thing, and I had to leave town to go do football. So I was away doing football broadcasts that weekend, and I was hearing about our tent flying around the parking lot.
For the NHL game, it was perfect. Isn't that usually for the Jets and the Flames?
Yeah.
It was -2, went to overtime. Jets won 2-1 in the Heritage Classic. But then the next day, the Pats played the Hitmen in a freaking blizzard. And it was like minus 21, I think. And I was all upset. I'm like, here's our chance to set the attendance record in the Western Hockey League with 33,000 people. But they didn't really hyper promote it.
Right.
And I think there was about 12,000 there, but I'm like, we could have set a record, but opportunity missed. Anyways, point 4. The Edmonton Stingers kept their Basketball Champions League America's dreams alive on Monday night at Winsport Arena in Calgary, defeating Puerto Rico 93-87 to remain in contention for advancing to the Final 8 stage of the internationally renowned FIBA tournament. If you saw our social media, you know we were there at Winsport. I thought it was a really good crowd. How did you feel?
You know what I did? I thought it was great.
And the game was awesome.
The game was awesome. We walked in there, and there's a big line, and then it's buzzing. There's noise. They were into it, and the game was great. So, yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Well, so the Stingers don't play tonight. It's Puerto Rico versus Nicaragua, right? And so if Nicaragua wins tonight, it cements the Edmonton Stingers' fate, and they will not advance to the Final 8. So the game tonight doesn't feature Edmonton, but their fate is tied on it. So you can get your tickets at cebl.ca. There was a buzz in the arena. There was talk that, yes, Calgary could indeed support a pro basketball team. And by the way, the commissioner reaching out this morning, Mike Morielli, and thanking us for attending.
Was he into it last night? I talked to him about it. Like, he was jumping out of his seat yelling at the referee. He was cheering for baskets, and I was talking to him. He's like, I don't really get to be a fan, as a commissioner of the league, but this is our league against everybody else. He's like, I can be a fan tonight. And he was.
I wondered, you had a chance to talk to him about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Mike, you're the commissioner. You shouldn't be yelling at the referees.
He's like,
don't you think?
He's like, this is my team now. He's like, I can cheer for these guys. These are our guys. He's like, I'm not the commissioner of the Puerto Rico League or the Nicaraguan League.
Wouldn't it be great if we had a World Cup of football and you had a CFL team against, I love the European League of Football. ELF. I love it. To all these countries, and then Randy Ambrosie could yell at the referees.
He could.
It's the only time that you could do that.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening last night at Winsport Arena. Man, we had a great time there. And we'll be back. We'll be back tonight and tomorrow. I'm not sliding into the chat with comments yet because I told you we got so much to get to. Point 5. Cameron Smith made the longest week at the Players' Championship worth the wait. He won the richest tournament on the PGA Tour with a 66 in the final round in Florida. The Australian one-putted 8 of the last 9 greens. Adam Hadwin of Abbotsford, BC, was the top Canadian, finishing in a group tied for 9th. And I had to split up the last 2 points. 6A, Jennifer Jones and her teammates are going their separate ways at the end of this season. Team Jones announced the news in a Twitter post, I think it was this morning. The Winnipeg Skip led her team to the gold medal at the 2014 Sochi Olympics. They played at the Beijing Games last month, but didn't advance to the medal round. Curling drama. There's always a lot, right?
There is.
There's always a lot.
Yeah.
It's like they say, it's like puppy love. People don't take it seriously, but it's serious to the puppies. It's big news. And what? You got something?
No, it is. And for whatever reason, the residency rules in curling, where you can have one out-of-province player, and then they adjusted it in 2019 that if you were born in that province, you could still play, and that didn't count against your one out-of-province player. But curlers move. Curlers get advanced in their lives. They get married and stuff. And Gushu's team might break up because of that, and now Jennifer Jones's team. So lots to chew on.
I somewhat kid. That's why I say it's very big in their world. Maybe NASCAR would be the better comparison.
Yeah.
Do you watch for the racing or do you watch for that drama and the crashes? Similar.
Yeah, very much.
Roger Yee writes in. He says, "Morning, Rod Squad. What a CEBL game last night. Was nice to see you working the arena, Rod. You belong here in Calgary full time." Thank you, Roger. How about that, Lee? What do you say to that?
How about that?
He's nodding his head. Don Mitchell, our Navy friend, writes in regarding Henry Burris joining the BC Lions. Hank, good to see him there. He'll be a great mentor for the Canuck QBs. We could spend a segment on Henry Burris joining the BC Lions. has been a longtime friend of mine and you guys. He's a CFL treasure. But I feel bad for him in a way. Because now it's like, oh, Henry. My favorite chocolate bar, by the way. He's joined the life of the coaching nomad.
Yeah.
Like he was in Ottawa. You had a great thing going, Hank. You were on the CTV morning news there. You were on the TSN panel. They were flying you in and putting you up every weekend. And then you're flying back to Ottawa. You were working with kids. But there's something about this coaching. It's a sickness or it's an addiction. And all of those guys, I've had a long talk with Matt Dunnigan about this too. The broadcasting is a very flimsy replacement for being on the sidelines and coaching. And Hank, clearly, the broadcasting wasn't giving him the juice. So it's like Connor Bedard. He's a big star. That's awesome. He's going to make kabillions of dollars, but he lost his childhood at age 14 when he became Connor Bedard. Do you know what I mean? That's the side of it that I see. He's going to be moving his family all over, and that Hank, and that's what he wants. But yeah, it's a tough life.
A real tough life. But, you know, it's winning and losing, and he wants to be in that environment, right? He wants to win. He wants to be on the field. He wants to be in the locker room, be around the players. And you know what? Until that's out of his system, you got to go and pursue it. And, you know, he did good things in the NFL. This might be a road back there. I don't know. But I think he just wants to be in the locker room and be around the guys.
Jeff, the Stamps fan, pointing out, he said, could Alex Singleton be heading back to his northern home? That's the former CFL most outstanding Canadian defensive player of the year. He is going to walk from Philadelphia with the Eagles. And when we come back, we'll get into all the NFL stuff because I'm sure you're dying to talk about that. And you just came back from an NFL market.
Yeah.
My guess with Alex Singleton would be like every other former CFLer that's gone to the NFL, he will exhaust all options in the NFL before coming back to Canada. But he's still young enough that he could come back to Canada,
of course,
and have a long career. And regarding the NFL, it's my final point, 6B. Let the dealing begin, if mostly unofficial. The NFL's legal tampering period in free agency began Monday with a slew of deals, even as many teams release veterans to clear salary cap space before the league's business year begins Wednesday. Most aggressive was the worst team in the league, Jacksonville, which has the first overall selection in the draft next month. They agreed to Arizona receiver Christian Kirk, Washington guard Brandon Scherf, Atlanta linebacker Foy Sade Olakon, Jets defensive tackle Foley Fatukasi, Giants tight end Evan Ingram, and Las Vegas receiver Zay Jones. So the Jaguars are doing some credit card shopping, as Chris Jones likes to say. In free agency, right? Spending fat in the offseason.
Oh, yeah.
We'll pay the bill down the line. Don't worry about it. They're spending credit card money. When we come back, we'll get into all of that and more with you, the viewers. The text line's open, 902-518-3033. You're watching the RP Show on the Game Plus TV network, YouTube Live, and 24-hour sports radio at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
Are you ready? It's finally time for your next adventure, and it starts at Capital Ford. Custom order the perfect new vehicle for you, or reserve one of the hundreds that's already built and on its way. Can't wait? Get into a pre-owned vehicle that's already on the lot and ready to rock. Plus, the American Export event is back and bigger than ever. We'll send your vehicle south, making you the most money for your trade. Guaranteed. Oh, and for a limited time, all name brand tires are employee priced. Only at Capital Ford Lincoln. Your adventure starts here.
Number 16.
A legend throws 713 yards in a single pro football game.
A legend wins 3 Grey Cup MVP awards.
Allen looking deep.
A legend scores 1,209 points in 1,127 NHL games. Play among legends at betregal.net.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Grey Eagle Resort and Casino.
The godfather of shock rock is back with special guest Buck Cherry. Mosaic Place, Sunday, April 10th. Get tickets now at mosaicplace.ca and sasktix.ca.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Pedersen Show today.
Hey, look at that. The sun is up. Beautiful day out here in the foothills. Sutina Nation, the gateway to the foothills. Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. And by the way, Jeff Foxworthy, May 28th here at the Event Center. The master of redneck comedy is coming to Calgary Saturday, May 28th. Actor, writer, producer, and former host of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Jeff Foxworthy's hilarious show can't be missed. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.ca. This weekend, there are still tickets left for Friday night show, Air Supply. Saturday, Sunday night shows for Foreigner. I believe Saturday's sold out, but Sunday there's still just a few tickets left. The Event Center, it's literally just over our shoulder here. You can go to Grey Eagle Resort and Casino.ca or come on down to the box office. Come on down to the box office.
Come on down.
We got the smoke. And before we delve into the March Madness thing, I want to tell you that everything and anything is up for discussion. Whatever you want. All these 6, 7 topics they came up with, which at 6C would be March Madness, Moose.
Right.
And I didn't get your take on the NFL just yet. So, yeah, I'm just saying the 902-518-3033 text line is open. The boys will put the number up on the screen if you didn't get it. Pick up the phone. It's a thing. You can text me right here, and I may read it if your comment's not too stupid. 902-518-3033 or in the chat. So March Madness is coming. Join the RP Show's March Madness bracket and you could win great prizes. Just visit our social media channels and sign up or click the link in the live YouTube chat right now. So you and I have been invited in that. Well, I shouldn't speak for you. Did they invite you back because you won it last year? So I'm guessing they might not invite you back.
No, they did.
This is the Enterprise Sports bracket in Philadelphia, New Jersey area. He won it last year. Do you know anything about college basketball?
It's funny. I know more this year than I did last year after a trip to the States.
You know that you won? It was like $2,000 US, wasn't it?
It was close to that, yeah. And I think it was like $1,500 at the end of the day. And it was awesome right down to the end. I didn't think that I had a chance. I mean, you know, as a Canadian filling out an NCAA March Madness bracket, let's be honest, for the most part, you know, you're looking at records, we're reading stats. You didn't watch these teams play, right?
No.
Not at any length.
We don't.
No.
but the Americans do.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing. That's what's so funny about him winning. And congratulations, by the way. What was the name of it was the Enterprise Sports, right? So I got an email this morning from USA Today. I told you it's my favorite periodical or news outlet. Here are 5 major mistakes to avoid when making March Madness picks in your men's bracket. It's no different than a hockey pool when I got reading these. 1, don't pick a team that hasn't been better than 500 in its past 10 games. So, i.e., pick a team on a roll going in.
Okay.
It's pretty
easy.
Elementary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Point 2, don't put too much stock in recent streaks. Number 3, don't assume a team that did well last year or even historically will win this year. Point 4, don't pick a team because it's your favorite. And point 5, don't pick a number 16 seed to beat a number 1. I'm like,
how about that?
I'm paying for this subscription? Any idiot can figure this out. That's how we win hockey pools. But we know all that information because we know the teams and we've been watching it all year.
Yeah.
For us to go into this March Madness, we're the type of pigeons they want. We have no idea what's going on. Do you? No. But you're going to go in one, right? And what is it, $20?
For
US
theirs, ours is free. Theirs is the Enterprise one's like $20, $25.
Ours is free. Yeah, we had a lot of entrants, the guys were saying.
Yeah, they're starting to fill up a little bit, so that's great.
Appreciate it. By the way, again, we have a live studio audience. Did I mention that we're at Stage Bar here at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino? If I'm a little, I've come down with something. I don't know what. I've been fighting off a cold for the last 4 days, and then I picked up a bug. I was puking this morning. Hard to believe, I know. But forgive me if I'm a little, if I'm a little raspy. So anyways, I've covered all of my topics that I have. NFL, you were pretty horny, if I may say, about the NFL tampering period opening on Monday.
Yeah, and, free agency opens Wednesday, so all the teams have to be salary cap compliant by Wednesday. When everything's said and done. But, you said Jacksonville, they went on a little shopping spree, which they're talking about that a lot in the U.S., and it all pertains to the draft, right? They loaded up on offensive linemen and leave some room on the defensive line, which tells me they're probably going to take Aiden Hutchinson with the first pick out of Michigan in the draft. So there's some kind of telling signs there. They were talking about Christian Kirk. They were hoping he wouldn't leave in Arizona, but I was on the plane when he got signed. And when I landed in Seattle on the layover, Christian Kirk had signed, so that was kind of a big signing. And now we wait to see what happens with Deshaun Watson.
Cleared of all charges.
Cleared of all charges, but those 22 civil cases, he's now speaking. Is it today, I think, that he might be speaking, or it's this week in front of a grand jury?
It's going to cost him a lot of money, but he's not going to jail.
That's right.
So Troy in Toronto, watching on Game Plus, writes it and says, will we see Freddie Freeman in a Blue Jays uniform? I didn't even talk about baseball.
I know.
And that's because I'm not a baseball guy. I'm not averse to it. But I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I stayed at the Grey Eagle. I'm no idiot. I got the info. I got the juice. Former NL MVP Freddie Freeman's tenure with the Atlanta Braves appears to be over after the World Series champions acquired all-star first baseman Matt Olson from the Oakland A's. The A's are getting a prize package of 4 players from Atlanta, including young outfielder Christian Pash in the deal. Is Freddie Freeman going to Toronto? This is why I'm trying to stay away from Twitter with regards to baseball right now.
Right.
Because it's all kinds of fake news out there.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that the Blue Jays, they've committed to spending money.
Yeah.
Clearly. Right? But can they afford to sign everybody? Looks like they're going to try.
Yeah. I mean, they typically have never been one of the higher spending teams in baseball, so they don't really, I wouldn't think that they're going to go out and just write blank checks left and right. But, yeah, Freddie Freeman's interesting because he's with Atlanta. They're talking a lot about him, too, down there. A leader, been there a long time, good locker room guy, clubhouse guy. He's produced on the field and just won a World Series, right? And then to let him go, a little bit disappointing. So I know in Atlanta, and I know some Braves fans, they're a little upset about that.
He wants to get paid.
Yeah. But he's earned it.
Well, I'm sure he was not making enough money with the Atlanta Braves. I'm sure of that.
Of course.
Ryan McCarthy is watching in Saratoga, New York, and he says, just joined the bracket. Rod Pedersen Show, best wishes to everyone, but mostly me. That's a, well, you're gonna need luck. Darren Workman in Salt Lake City watching says most March Madness office brackets are won by some guy's wife who picks winners by uniform colors. I often say it's the lady that has 9 cats. The cat lady wins. I guess you're a cat lady. You strike me as somebody that would have 9 cats.
I do.
How did you win it? Yeah. And you sit and stroke them.
You watch. Like, I watched enough basketball over the weekend that I feel like I know what's going on, and now I'm just going to, like, not win anything this year.
Yeah, but you're good for 20 years.
Yeah.
Because you won once already.
That's right.
Randy from the Peg writes in and says, good morning. It's melting here. Big game for the Jets tonight. Oh, man. This is the featured game. Randy, I'm glad that you brought this up. The Vegas Golden Knights are like Tom Petty singing their theme song right now. They're free falling. And I didn't get your take. You were on the plane yesterday when we were on the air, yes? We were talking about Chandler Stevenson, whom I love, former Regina Pat, Saskatoon kid, now star of the Golden Knights. You see his quote over the weekend after they lost in Columbus? We need to grab our nuts. People were all up in arms about that. I'm like, that is said in every dressing room every day.
Right.
In every rink across this continent. And then I fumbled up my words and I called them the Golden Nuts. I thought, how has nobody made a meme about that yet? The Vegas Golden Nuts are in Winnipeg tonight, and this is a playoff game. I mean, who thought, as a fan of the Golden Knights, which I am, that they would slip into this pool of teams that are playing playoff hockey? Now, the Jets are in it, the Ducks are in it, the Oilers are in it. It's playoff hockey every night. And to be honest, even at the top of the divisions, it is too. Yeah. With what we're seeing with the Flames firsthand. Your Leafs.
Yeah, falling.
Yeah, for now.
A little bit.
Austin begins his suspension tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
Lee Genier's here with us today, and if I may, he correctly nailed that Austin Matthews would get a 2-game suspension by the National Hockey League for his egregious cross-check to the head of Rasmus Dahlin on Sunday.
Oh, he let me know that.
That he nailed it?
Yeah.
Should have put some money on it. How did you feel about your poor little Austin getting suspended?
He shouldn't have been suspended.
You're not one of those.
Of course not. I thought the suspension was appropriate. Whether it rode up his shoulder like he says and he didn't mean to or not, you still cross-checked him in the throat, right? Or in the face. So
in the mind.
You know, yeah, exactly. In the mind. So, you know what? It was fine. And you move on.
Do you think he'll ever do it again?
No, but never say never, right? Yeah. Never's a long time, as you like to say. Gary Etcheberry says.
Yeah, Gary Etcheberry. I can't steal credit for that one.
But, yeah, you know, now he's got one on his record. So the next one won't be 2 games. It'll be more.
He's going to be in the NHL for a long time. He probably will do it again.
Yeah.
But it seemed very unsolicited, if you will.
Yeah.
That cross-check to the head. But...
Well, it's a second loss in a row to Buffalo in a big game, a Heritage Classic. You're outdoors, and you're laying an egg like that, down 5-2.
Could he be the next Nazem Kadri? That come playoff time, his brain falls on the floor. I would love to have been a fly on the wall for the hearing with Austin Matthews, and who's he doing it now with? Colin Campbell back in charge? Whoever the NHL disciplinarian is. Oh, George Parros.
There you go, yeah.
Because I've talked with Matthew Barnaby about these hearings. You know how they go down. What were you thinking, Austin, when you came up and cross-checked him in the head? I can't speak for Austin Matthews, but Matthew Barnaby had, I think he was suspended all told like 68 games in his NHL career.
He had a few hearings.
Yeah. So he would be sitting down with whoever it was. Might have been Colin Campbell. Probably was. Matthew, what were you thinking when you skated across the ice and elbowed the opposition player right in the face? I was thinking nothing. Okay, nothing. I blacked out. Just give me the fine and let me go home. Because those guys could never compute. You just lost your mind and snapped and cross-checked somebody in the face?
Right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Austin Matthews did not plan for that.
No. No, he doesn't. He wasn't going around thinking, okay, next time Dahlin's on the ice, he's getting it right in the face, right?
Maybe that's why George Parros is good for that role, because he was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Frankly, I think Matthew Barnaby would be best suited for that role.
It'd be great. I mean, you could find out in that hearing that something had happened earlier in the game and you were trying to get him back, for something earlier in the game. That might affect your suspension. But if it's just, an instinct because the guy, got you or, back of the legs, tender area or something like that, and you turned around and gave him a shot, well, then it's just bang, bang, spur of the moment stuff.
I'm going to let you roll.
Yeah.
The poll question today for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center, just before we break, is who's your favorite to win March Madness? We took the top 4. Gonzaga, Arizona, Kansas, or Baylor. We'll be checking the results of that throughout the program. When we come back, Nick Cicavich of the Arizona Coyotes, the former commissioner of the NLL, will join us live from the Valley of the Sun. You're watching the RP Show on Game Plus Television Network, live from Grey Eagle Resort and Casino in Calgary. Also live streaming on YouTube. And if you've missed any portion of the show, catch the podcast wherever you enjoy your podcasts, including Apple, Stitcher, and Spotify.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Are you ready? It's finally time for your next adventure, and it starts at Capital GMC. Custom order the perfect new vehicle for you, or reserve one of the hundreds that's already built and on its way. Can't wait? Get into a GM certified pre-owned vehicle that's on our lot and ready to rock. Plus, the American Export event is back and bigger than ever. We'll send your vehicle south, making you the most money for your trade. Guaranteed. Oh, and for a limited time, all name brand tires are employee priced. Only at Capital GMC. Your adventure starts here.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. BDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Experts in all residential and commercial plumbing services, and proudly serving Regina and area since 1978. Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We'll treat you right.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Big time, big time, big time, big time. Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Casino fancy.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming at the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
A legend throws 713 yards in a single pro football game.
A legend wins 3 Grey Cup MVP awards.
Allen looking deep.
A legend scores 1,209 points in 1,127 NHL games. Play among legends at betregal.net.
Hey, Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpedersenshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpedersenshop.com.
Another beautiful day here in the gateway to the foothills, Great Eagle Resort and Casinos. We are in our last week here in this beautiful facility, but we'll be coming back in April. Again, this weekend shows still have tickets available for Air Supply Friday night in the Event Center. Foreigners, the Hits Tour on Sunday. You can get your tickets at greateagleresortandcasino.ca or come on down to the box office. Producer Clark telling me that he maintained contact with Nick Cicavich and then lost contact with Nick Cicavich. And we want to get to the bottom of a lot of things. He left the National Lacrosse League as commissioner, and then within, 2 weeks? Joins the Arizona Coyotes as their director of business development, so there's a lot to get to with him. While we wait that, I'll jump into a sports update. The Western Hockey League announced that Red Deer Rebels forward Ben King has been named WHL Player of the Week. He had 7 points in a pair of Red Deer victories this past weekend, scoring the game winner in each contest. And PA Raiders goalie Tychon Chayka has been named WHL Goalie of the Week. The 18-year-old posted a 2-0-1 record this past week, a .99 GAA, and a save percentage of .966. The product of Minsk, Belarus. Turned aside all 20 shots he faced Tuesday, March 8th, as the Raiders blanked the Hurricanes 4-0. It's a busy night in the Dub tonight. Might as well mention it now. Hey, shout out to the Winnipeg Ice. They watch us every day in their dressing room. The Ice are home to the Calgary Hitmen tonight in the Ice Cave. The Moose Jaw Warriors are at the Brandon Wheat Kings tonight as Braden Yager tries to break Theron Fleury's record. He tied it, right? It's tied. Yeah. Could break it tonight. Regina Pats, God's team. They're at the Medicine Hat Tigers, but I don't think I'll be slipping down Highway number 1 for that. Saskatoon Blades at Red Deer, Tri-City at Seattle, Everett at Spokane. Featured game, though, is the Vegas Golden Knights at the Winnipeg Jets. No playoff game for both. Star forward Austin Matthews begins his 2-game suspension tonight as the Toronto Maple Leafs host the Dallas Stars. Matthews received the 2-game ban for cross-checking Buffalo defenseman Rasmus Dahlin Sunday in the Heritage Classic. Elsewhere tonight, Montreal welcomes Arizona. Edmonton plays host to Detroit. And the Vancouver Canucks entertain New Jersey. How about this? The NBA has fined the Brooklyn Nets $50,000 for letting Kyrie Irving into their locker room during a game in which he was unable to play because he's not vaccinated against COVID-19. Irving was a spectator at Barclays Center on Sunday during Brooklyn's 110-107 victory over the New York Knicks. I don't get it. Did you see the interview with Kevin Durant after the game? Did you see it? Durant's like, wait a minute. All the fans can get into the arena not vaccinated, but Kyrie can't get into our locker room? What? And then they get fined $50,000. And apparently Freddie Freeman is indeed the top chip, the top asset in MLB free agency. I will say this. I'll read this story again if you missed it earlier. Former NL MVP Freddie Freeman's tenure with the Braves appears to be over after the World Series champs acquired all-star first baseman Matt Olson from the Oakland A's. I don't know if it's because of all this other stuff that's going on. We went through 8 show topics, and not one of them was baseball. I feel like for me, they missed a big window with the lockout, missing the start of pitchers and catchers showing up, missing the scheduled start of spring training games. I'm not into it. I'm not sure that I'm going to get into it because there's just so much else going on. This sports update brought to you by Ballers Rec Room. Check out our brand new line of games for the Tap Brew House and drive-through liquor store, and for Red Bull Canada. Red Bull gives you wings. I was telling Moose that the viewers wanted to know his take on the ASU Arena. And, yeah, we're going to get Nick Sakiewicz' take on that, the business operations manager of the Arizona Coyotes, when he joins us. But Darren was just there. He went to the site of the facility. I'm interested to get it. So the viewers, just hang on. We'll get to it. Mike Blackbird watching in Toronto says the NLL lost 2 top people last week. No? Hope this doesn't hurt the league. I addressed that in my commentary today on Cat Country 98 and Rock 98.5 FM. In that, the NLL lost the commissioner, Nick Cicavich, the deputy commissioner, Jessica Bourbon, because she went to run the National Women's Soccer League. Yeah, it's not good for the league, especially with a month or 2 left in the season, but this is what I know. I'll be in the Saddle Dome Thursday night, St. Patrick's Day game between the Saskatchewan Rush and the Calgary Roughnecks. And I know when the players take to the floor, they're not going to care there's no commissioner. It'll be the last thing they're thinking about. The show must go on. Gino DePauli watching. He says, Canmore versus Camrose, Game 7 of the AJHL South quarterfinal tonight. Buckle up, Roddy. Let's go, Oilers. Okotoks waiting to see the winner of this game tonight. Canmore versus Camrose. Eagles versus Kodiaks. I love being immersed into the AJHL playoff scene. It's been amazing. Nelson, our VP of Sim Events, writes in. He says, New York City lifted the public vaccination mandate, but left the mandate in place for private employers. NBA players fall into that private sector. I know, Nelson. What I'm saying is it doesn't make any sense. What Kevin Durant was saying, all the fans can get in here, but our player can't? And that's not new. That was happening in CFL stadiums last year for half the season. Here we go. Terrence Stevens watching on YouTube says, NHL in that rink, he's talking about Tempe, Arizona, is ridiculous. It's a complete joke. Send them to Quebec, for God's sake. How about Houston? How about no, would be what Nick Sakiewicz would say. We're going to take a break, Clark. What do you say? We'll wait a couple minutes. You want to do that? Do we have him? Okay. I will just read a couple of comments here. Jeff Krieger writes that he says, Jeff in the Energy City says, so what happens in Leafland if the rookie goalie wins the game? Do they keep playing him? All these questions are coming in from Moose, the resident Leaf fan. Of course, you go with a goalie that's hot. You go with doesn't matter his veteran status, doesn't matter his salary. You go with the one that will win you games. Larry Dye is watching in Medicine Hat. He says, I watched the Indy 500 for the racing and the Daytona 500 for the crashes and punches. I.e. Donnie Allison versus Cale Yarborough. We all watch for our own reasons. Donald Mitchell, our Navy friend, says these Champions League events are great. In May, the Canadian Premier League is playing against Canadian MLS teams for the Canadian Championship. Then there is the CONCACAF Club Championship Series. It would be interesting if the AHL played NHL teams in a similar format. Yeah, but we know how that would go down. And one more, Devin in Burns Lake, BC, watching on Game Plus television, says the Golden Nuts are going down. Go, Jets, go. Oh, somebody came up with the Golden Nuts already? Clark, do you have access to the text line, don't you? If you can go to that text from Devin Puccello in BC, do you see it? Devin Puccello and the Golden Nuts. He has sent a photo with it. Do you want to wait and come back after the break and put it up, or you want to put it up now? Okay, cool. We'll take a break, and when we come back, viewer takeover, hopefully Nick Cicavich, and also on the way today, Ann-Renee Desbiens, the goaltender for the gold medal winning Team Canada at the Olympics. We'll be right back. You're watching the RP Show on the Game Plus television network, live from Grey Eagle Resort and Casino Stage Bar. We're also live streaming on YouTube and 24-hour sports radio at rodpedersen.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Pedersen Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now.
Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Experts in all residential and commercial plumbing services and proudly serving Regina and area since 1978. Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We'll treat you right.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. EDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Grey Eagle Resort and Casino.
Comfort has always been something we, as people, strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
Are you ready? It's finally time for your next adventure, and it starts at Capital GMC. Custom order the perfect new vehicle for you, or reserve one of the hundreds that's already built and on its way. Can't wait? Get into a GM certified pre-owned vehicle that's on our lot and ready to rock. Plus, the American Export event is back and bigger than ever. We'll send your vehicle south, making you the most money for your trade. Guaranteed. Oh, and for a limited time, all name brand tires are employee priced. Only at Capital GMC. Your adventure starts here.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Pedersen Show today.
Day breaks at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino and Event Center. Again, it's a very big weekend. I'm pretty sure the hotel will be sold out again this weekend. Check for availability, though. Why wouldn't you? Air Supply Friday night in the Event Center, Saturday night Foreigners Hits Tour, and Sunday night. Saturday night show sold out, but Sundays is not. If you're itching to get out of the house, this is the place to come to. By the way, we're going to bring the Moose back in a second, but Clark said that he's got the photo ready for the Vegas Golden Nuts. I don't think that this photo was done because of the Golden Nuts. I think it was done as a joke because of their helmets. See that, Moose? I can't even say the name of the chocolate. They're fantastic chocolates. But I don't know the name of how to pronounce
the Ferrero Rocher.
Is that how you say it?
Is that what you did? They looks like a wrapper of the Ferrero Rocher, right?
Right, but I didn't know how to say it.
Yeah,
I thought it was Rocher or Ferraro or whatever.
Let's say it fast.
The Vegas Golden Nuts. I think they should change their name. Well, they got to do something going into Winnipeg tonight.
Right.
We got to find a place to watch that game.
Yes.
Because I get annoyed when I have my television on and it says game not available in your region. Not having it.
I know.
I did notice a new sports bar downtown, however, in Sheraton Eau Claire Market here in Calgary.
We got to get you figured out back with
the garage.
With the
NHL
login. We bought the NHL package for us.
Yeah, but I'd like to get out.
I know, right? I know.
Have some wings somewhere.
Yeah.
Or the Americans would say the garage. We call it the garage.
Yes.
Special announcement from Bruce Germain, the voice of Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. I feel like standing at attention.
I know.
It's Seniors Day here at Grey Eagle. Is that why you came down, Brucey? Randy Ambrosi is addressing Calgary Stampeders fans as we speak. Randy's road trip has kicked off here in Calgary this morning. We were unable to attend because we were on the air. Would that be something that you'd have been interested in carrying live? Is that something you'd be interested in?
No, it's not. For me, it's not a media event. This is more of a fan tour to connect with season ticket holders and connect with sponsors and talk about, the fan experience and what's happening. And there is some noteworthy things that might come out. Fans will ask a great question. There'll be some news. But for the most part, this is
nothing
a great way. It's about engaging with the fans, yeah.
I've been at those things in the past, and you get a couple of newsworthy nuggets out of it. But it's not a news conference.
That's right.
You're right. This is Viewer Takeover. And by the way, what happened with Nick Cicavich, who I've read his bio enough, you know who he is. He got screwed up on the Arizona time change thing. And to be honest with you, the time change thing is new for me too. Listen,
yeah.
I lived a half century in the rectangle where we don't change time. It's pretty handy, actually. And as a matter of fact, daylight savings time, what is the point?
I know.
So it's darker, longer in the morning. Maybe I would like the sun to come up a little earlier. Do you know who came up with this?
And
is it too late to stop it?
The best meme I saw over the weekend was, why do we have to do this in the middle of the night and lose an hour of sleep? Let's do it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and lose the last hour of work. And I'll go home early, right? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Listen, I know that I'm a hillbilly podunk. Everybody knows that. But it's been nice not having to switch our clocks our whole lives. A half a century, y'all. And we always felt some solace in the fact that Arizona didn't change theirs either, so we didn't feel like complete dorks.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing it down there too, They don't seem to have a problem with it until today when Nick Sakiewicz got screwed up on the time change.
That's the only issue.
Because he's gone from Philly to Arizona.
Well, when we're in Saskatchewan, Arizona, little pockets around that don't change their clocks, the rest of the world moves their clocks, so all the programming changes times, right? So now Arizona's lined up with Pacific time, not Mountain time. So that 10:30 interview is now 11:30 interview, right?
Regarding Kyrie Irving, and last minute of play in hour one, last minute, Kyrie Irving being fined $50,000, or the Nets for allowing him in. My cousin Christine in Medalist says Kyrie Irving figures he's above all laws and restrictions. He should have to pay the fine. Let's not start a holy war. I just thought we were over this. That's all that I'm saying. He's making a choice for himself. Do I got to bring Theo back? Anyways, the fans want to know in 30 seconds or less, the Arizona arena. How's it look?
Square. Boxy. Looks like a Costco. I didn't get to get inside the new arena.
It's like the Milestone Memorial Center.
It looks great from the outside. I think it's in a great location, and I think it's going to be awesome. Next time we'll get a tour.
Awesome. Yeah. We'll talk about it more next hour. 2 guests coming up. Ann-Renee Desbiens and Nick Cicavich. Stick around, everybody. Hour 2 coming up after this on Game Plus.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Alice Cooper, the godfather of shock rock, is back with special guest Buck Cherry. Mosaic Place, Sunday, April 10th. Get tickets now at mosaicplace.ca and sasktix.ca.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Roughriders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Number 16.
A legend throws 713 yards in a single pro football game.
A legend wins 3 Grey Cup MVP awards.
Allen looking deep.
A legend scores 1,209 points in 1,127 NHL games. Play among legends at betregal.net.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
Are you ready? It's finally time for your next adventure, and it starts at Capital Ford. Custom order the perfect new vehicle for you, or reserve one of the hundreds that's already built and on its way. Can't wait? Get into a pre-owned vehicle that's already on the lot and ready to rock. Plus, the American Export event is back and bigger than ever. We'll send your vehicle south, making you the most money for your trade. Guaranteed. Oh, and for a limited time, all name brand tires are employee priced. Only at Capital Ford Lincoln. Your adventure starts here.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Pedersen Show today.
There is breaking news on this Monday from the National Hockey League Player Safety announcing that Leafs forward Austin Matthews has been suspended 2 games for cross-checking Buffalo Sabres defenseman Rasmus Dahlin during Sunday's Heritage Classic.
I think it was justified. I kind of figured it would be a couple of it. I think they got it right over here. It was clear it was a target to Dahlin's head. He was treated as any other player. This wasn't a Toronto bias type of thing.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
Hey, it sure is. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RP Show, Hour 2, brought to you by Great Western Original 16 Beer, the best beer in the game. We're coming to you from Great Eagle Resort and Casino, the Stage Bar. The Moose is back from Arizona. How you doing, Moose?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you noticing the crowds are getting larger every day here at Great Eagle?
They are. Speakers are working, so they can hear the show really well. It's a good atmosphere.
It's a party.
It is.
Yeah, can you hear them?
Let's go.
Live studio audience here. This is what I wanted from day one, just in time to leave on Friday. But we are coming back, by the way. So all kinds of sports on the table here, all kinds of topics. It's just like the buffet here at Grey Eagle. Where's the beef?
Mm-hmm.
Did you miss it when you were gone to Arizona for 4 days?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we ate really good down there too, but yeah, missed it for sure.
Well, we got some guests here today. I think we're going to be hitting this thing up. So, by the way, with regards to the time change, and I said, who came up with this in the first place? Darren Workman in Salt Lake City says Ben Franklin came up with it to create an extra hour for sunlight for the farmers. How about that? Did you know that? You guys knew that? How did I not know that?
We love this now.
I was a farmer. Absolutely. And there are 2 places on this continent where they do not change time, Saskatchewan and Arizona. So Jeff the Stamps fan writes in and says, so what you're saying is time stands still in Saskatchewan. No. What I say is the world revolves around us. That's what I say. Again, I feel like standing at attention whenever Bruce Germain does his announcements here.
I know, right?
Seniors Day here at Grey Eagle Resort. Because is it every day? Watch it.
Boom. His voice.
Just saying, man.
They're laughing.
Hi, Mike. How you doing, boss? Good. He's the guy that was in the Flames dressing room when they won the Stanley Cup in 1989.
That's right.
So the breaking news today, it encompasses a couple of leagues. Henry Burris, the former Green Bay Packer quarterback and Chicago Bear, has joined the coaching staff of the BC Lions as an offensive assistant. That was just announced this morning. It's interesting that they would have room on their staff this late in the offseason.
I know.
But I think when a guy like Henry becomes available, you make room. I think the Lions already announced their staff a while back.
Yeah, you make room for him for sure. You got a guy with a wealth of knowledge, not just of the Canadian game, but he brings in that NFL experience. He was just in an NFL locker room, and now he comes back, and he can add a lot. He adds credibility, he adds experience, and this team's trying to take a big step forward, and I think that's going to benefit Mike Riley, I think, long term too.
Moose, they missed you, just so you know. There are questions for you here that have come in from the viewers.
Okay.
And once I get this thing figured out, that would be even better. They're asking about the Leafs. Who's the rookie goalie that they're playing? They're saying if this kid gets hot, are they going to play him? They had a million goalies there. They got Jack Campbell. They got Mrazek. Who's the other one?
Why is his name escaping my mind right now? I know
Who's the Leafs?
Thank you. Shalgren. Eric Shalgren. I mean, if you get a hot goalie, you got a hot goaltender. I mean, great.
Here it is. I'm sorry.
No.
Jeff and Estevan. So what happens in Leafland if the rookie goalie wins the game? Do they keep playing him? So over to you. Of course they do.
Yeah, you can keep playing the rookie for sure, but you don't want to play the rookie at the expense of the psyche of the other two guys if they're supposed to be the guy. Not that you're going to play them just because they're the veteran guy. You want the best goalie possible. But it's all about Sheldon Keefe and who can control the locker room, and you're managing personalities. That's all you're doing, right? So you got to make sure Jack Campbell's good and Peter Mrazek's okay mentally. It's the same thing with the Marc-Andre Fleury stuff and Robin Lehner, right? You got to make sure your goaltenders are in a good headspace.
Metal Shingle Guy writing in on the 902 line, and he says, I love the new time. It hits my schedule better. 10 a.m. coffee time. We aim to please. Ward in Winnipeg is watching on Game Plus television, and he says, good day, Rod and Moose. Austin Matthews' mustache is the worst in the league. Are the Jets teasers or contenders? Leafs need a goalie or they're going nowhere. A friend put a Jack Campbell sticker on his truck, and now it won't start. Oh, no. Yeah. Bruce has got a lot to say today. Bruce, the voice of Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. A lot of announcements coming over the system today. A lot of winners. Anyways, all of these things, are the Jets teasers or contenders? Have we not addressed this? I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think that the window is closed. So for the viewers in Winnipeg, don't at me. Just enjoy what's happening now because they're in the playoffs now. And when it's over, I think it's going to be over.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, it's one of those interesting teams that if they find a way to get in, they could go on a run because they've got the pieces. That if they put it all together, they could be very dangerous. But they're a team that could get right to the end of the line and just miss out. And then what do you do? Right? So you either got to go all, take that chance and keep this group together and hope they get in, hope they go on a run. But it's a lot of hoping and praying.
What's today's date? March 15th. We're less than a week from a trade deadline, and I think that on Monday we'll be on the air at noon Eastern, so maybe Friday would be a good day to have the poll question be, will you watch the trade deadline coverage on TSN and Sportsnet? Because I know we've covered this before, but I'm not going to be watching it. Not in 2022, man. I'll get the notifications that where Marc-Andre Fleury goes or JT Miller if he is the guy, or who's the buyers and who's the sellers. I'm not going to be watching it. The poll question today, by the way, is for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center with dealerships all across the prairies, including Capital GMC here in Calgary. Who is your favorite to win March Madness? Gonzaga, Arizona, Kansas, or Baylor? And last I saw, Gonzaga was leading. Are they still leading, Clark? They were leading on YouTube anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you, Mr. Barney Big Nuts, you won the Enterprise pool last year, so who are you picking to win March Madness? Are you leaving it a secret?
Well, I'm going back and forth. I think today, and I won't pick up my bracket till tomorrow, but Arizona looks really good, the Wildcats. You know, I watched a little bit of the Big 12, the Pac-12 championships and UCLA. I didn't like USC. I didn't think they played very good. They got spanked by UCLA. I liked UCLA a lot until they played Arizona. So,
are we talking college basketball right now?
The Wildcats in Arizona, probably of the number one seeds, I like them the best right now.
You're going with Arizona.
They're big, they're fast, they're really
You
good.
win one pool,
and now I know everything, right? No, I watched I watched like a game and a half down there, and now I think I know everything about college basketball. That's right.
Ryan in New York says it's the Ides of March. Watch your back, Caesar. Is it March 15th today? Yes, it is. I love the commercials that they're running for the Calgary Roughnecks lacrosse. You've heard them on the radio.
Yeah.
I think we've been driving together in some of them. Thursday night, Calgary Roughnecks home to the Saskatchewan Rush in the St. Patrick's Day game. Come on down to the Saddle Dome, drink green beer, and if you're still standing, come on back Saturday. They're playing again.
Yeah.
Wayne in Victoria, BC writes in and says, didn't Mike Riley retire back in January, or did he unretire?
I was hoping nobody would catch that. I mentioned Mike Riley, right? Did he not retire?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mentioned, just blanked my mind when I was talking about Henry Burris. I said it would be good for Mike Riley.
Maybe he did unretire. Day ain't over yet. It is the CFL.
Okay, if he
State fair football.
If he unretires now after I said that, forget I said anything. I was hoping nobody would pick up on that, though.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah.
Well, they hang on our every word.
They do. Good catch.
John Ohm in Winnipeg. Ohm says, I know nothing about college basketball, so I pick Kansas because I've been there. Nobody knows.
I know.
Even the experts don't know.
They don't. You know,
how could you pick? How many teams are at 68?
Yeah, and
I think
68 now. And I actually, on my flight, I had ESPN. I could watch ESPN on my flight, so that was great. And here's the takeaways I took from watching ESPN. They like Arkansas. They like Iowa. They like UConn as some of the 3, 4, 5, 6
Connecticut,
seeds.
everybody.
Yeah.
Not the territory.
Right, UConn. That's pretty good. That's who they like. I mean, and they like obviously the big number one seeds as well. But those were some of the teams that stood out. So, as we do, right, when you're watching and you don't consume a lot of basketball, college basketball throughout the year, I'm probably going to put those teams a little bit higher in my bracket than I would if I hadn't watched ESPN.
It's 11-11 Mountain, 1-11 Eastern.
UConn's winning the whole thing. Book it. Book it. Write it down.
Right on.
UConn is going to win the whole thing.
The Huskies. Not the Canadian territory. Not that UConn.
Hot take.
As we roll, hot take. As we roll along here, damn, we're entertaining today. We should do this more often.
I know.
Hey, see? At least one person agrees. Where was I on my train of thought? The train hasn't run in 45 years. Well, you're serious with that UConn thing?
I think so.
BetRegal.ca, are they sponsoring our March Madness bracket?
They're going to be.
They might as well.
Might as well. They'll be all over that. I mean, the odds are going to be up there at BetRegal to place your bets on March Madness. Get some good money on UConn, I'm sure. But what do you say about 11-11, right? Be aware of your surroundings. Pay attention to what you're thinking about.
What's going on at that moment?
Which was UConn.
Hit it again, boys.
And Iowa and whoever else was in there, but Arkansas.
Okay. We got the former commish, Nick Cicavich coming in.
Yeah.
But I got to say, I was pretty excited last night. Well, this morning, actually, when the commissioner of the CEBL, I look up and there's a note from him thanking us for going to the games. That's old school.
Yeah.
And I was actually thinking this. Sorry to my cousin Christine in Medicine Hat, Western Canada's biggest Raptors fan. I'm a bigger CEBL fan / follower than NBA. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But look at the way they've treated us. I want to hit every venue. I watch the games. Everybody, I think, should do that. By the way, Gino DePaoli, the voice of the Oilers, writes in, and I'll do this again. He says, come for the party, stay for the game. Roughnecks have done an incredible job marketing their product. Games are a hoot. Don't even need to know the score of the game. It's a fun outing no matter what. Right? We went to the game. I woke up the next day, didn't remember who won, and I'm not even drinking anymore. Vancouver was there.
Yeah.
Remember? And you were dancing.
Oh, yeah.
It was...
I was playing the song.
Awkward.
I was trying to play the song the next day in the car.
What was the song? Bang Bang?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Electric. Oh, man. I don't know, but it's on my phone. I got to say this the Roughnecks song.
I think there'll be a very big crowd Thursday night in the Saddle Dome. Or as Lee and I renamed it yesterday, the Pringle Dome. Yes. We're going to be there. And I bet you they have 15,000? I'm not joking.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day, party night, NLL.
Rush are bringing a bus down.
Are they?
Yeah, they've got a whole promotion.
Are they letting the Rush Hulk in this time?
Good question.
Remember that whole thing?
So they've got a whole promotion they've been doing for the last number of weeks promoting a bus coming down.
There's something about Calgary and mascots from Saskatchewan that they don't like to let into the facility. I don't know what it is. Like, I get the gopher because you have a rat-free policy out here, right? But the Hulk? Remember that?
You had to buy a ticket and sit in the stands and couldn't wear.
At least they let him into the venue.
Yeah, they let him wear
They wouldn't even let him in.
Right, they let him wear the outfit. He just couldn't go down on the floor.
Aye.
Yeah.
All right, Moose, I'll see you a little later, probably for overtime, right?
You bet.
Hour 2 of the program is brought to you by Great Western Original 16 Beer, the best beer in the game. And we're also brought to you by the CEBL and BCLA, Basketball Champion League Americas. Tonight, they're playing Puerto Rico versus Nicaragua. Huge game with ramifications that if Nicaragua wins, the Stingers are out and they don't advance. Just, again, you were talking about come for the party, stay for the game. Winsport Arena, we'll see you there. We were there last night. And I don't know if you noticed, but the more expensive seats were more filled than the cheaper seats. So people wanted to sit close to the action. CEBL.ca is the place to go for tickets. The Basketball Champions League Americas, known as the BCLA, is the best continental league in the Americas. And tonight is game 2 of a 3-game set here in Calgary at Winsport Arena. Get your tickets and we'll see you down there like we did with so many of our viewers last night. Nick Cicavich joins us next of the Arizona Coyotes. You're watching the RP Show live from Grey Eagle Resort and Casino in Calgary, Alberta on Game Plus Television Network. Live streaming on YouTube, and if you've missed any of the show, catch our podcast wherever you enjoy your podcasts, including Apple, Stitcher, and Spotify.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Grey Eagle Resort and Casino.
Legend throws 713 yards in a single pro football game.
A legend wins 3 Grey Cup MVP awards.
Allen looking deep.
A legend scores 1,209 points in 1,127 NHL games. Play among legends at betregal.net.
Are you ready? It's finally time for your next adventure, and it starts at Capital GMC. Custom order the perfect new vehicle for you, or reserve one of the hundreds that's already built and on its way. Can't wait? Get into a GM certified pre-owned vehicle that's on our lot and ready to rock. Plus, the American Export event is back and bigger than ever. We'll send your vehicle south, making you the most money for your trade. Guaranteed. Oh, and for a limited time, all name brand tires are employee priced. Only at Capital GMC. Your adventure starts here.
Comfort has always been something we, as people, strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming of the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner with the Rod Pedersen Show and market your business every weekday to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Game Plus TV and the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show, The Rod Pedersen Show.
Back at it from Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Welcome, everybody, to your favorite daytime sports and entertainment talk show. And in moments, we'll have Nick Cicavich of the Arizona Coyotes, the Chief Business Officer. Live television, don't you love it? It's not for the faint of heart. Here across Game Plus Television, all 10 provinces and 31 states. So I will jump into this hour's sports update. Canada's Layla Fernandez advanced to the 4th round of the BNP Paribas Open. The 19-year-old from Laval, Quebec, beat Shelby Rogers, avenging her loss to the American at Indian Wells last year. She faces Paula Badoza of Spain tonight. Toronto Raptors held off a late surge by the LA Lakers to win 114-103 last night at Crypto.com Arena. It was their 4th straight win. Rookie Scotty Barnes scored 15 of his 21 points in the first quarter as the Raps raced out to an early 24-point lead. Toronto ends its 6-game road trip on Wednesday against the LA Clippers. On a night when the Ottawa Senators dominated Arizona for extended stretches, they were done in by a few ugly mistakes, and Nick Schmaltz scored the game winner to extend his point streak, and the Coyotes beat the Senators 5-3 in Monday's lone NHL game. Schmaltz has 15 points in his last 6 games. And the Toronto Maple Leafs will be without star Austin Matthews tonight when they host the Dallas Stars. Matthews is serving a 2-game suspension for a cross-checking infraction. Moose DuPont, the resident Leafs fan, has no problem with the 2-game suspension. Said that on hour 1. Also tonight, the Montreal Canadiens host Arizona. The Winnipeg Jets are at home to Vegas in what I feel is the game of the night. I am not going to predict the winner on this one, but I'll tell you what. It's must-win for both teams. As I said, the playoffs have started now if you're a fan of the Jets, Knights, Ducks, Canucks, Oilers, And Edmonton's home to the Detroit Red Wings tonight. We'll be watching that. And the Vancouver Canucks entertain New Jersey. Curling news, Team Jennifer Jones is splitting up. The Winnipeg curling team announced the news on Twitter, saying they were going their separate ways at the end of this season. Dawn McEwen, the team's lead, had already announced 2 days earlier that she decided to retire at the end of the season. Team Jones, which won gold at the 2014 Sochi Olympics, played at last month's Beijing Games but failed to advance to the medal round. Cameron Smith made the longest week at the Players' Championship worth the wait. He won the richest tournament on the PGA Tour with a 66 in the final round in Florida on Monday. It was weather delayed. The Australian one-putted 8 of the last 9 greens. Adam Hadwin of Abbotsford, BC, was the top Canadian, finishing in a group tied for 9th. This sports update for dubnetwork.ca, your number one source for Western Hockey League breaking news and analysis with the best team of writers across North America. Visit today, dubnetwork.ca. And for Ben Cahoon's G2G protein bars, now with 8 amazing flavors, including the new almond mocha, RP Show viewers get 20% off with the promo code RP Show. Order yours now at g2gbars.ca. So we got through all of that. What's happening with Nick Cicavich? So they're telling me 1 minute and we'll have Nick Cicavich with us of the Arizona Coyotes. And while we do that, as always, we'll turn it over to the viewers. Text line open, 902-518-3033. And by the way, all of those that belong in our text community belong to our text community. You've been invited to our March Madness bracket, brought to you by our exclusive betting partner, BetRegal.ca. Today, we've discerned that UConn, not the Canadian territory, the University of Connecticut, will be winning March Madness. Fill out your bracket and play along with us. All right. Sorry for the hassle. Nick Cicavich, I appreciate you joining us, the Chief Business Officer of the Arizona Coyotes, the CBO. Oh! Suited and booted. Yeah, I guess it's not COVID times anymore, Nick. We've been joining you from your living room the past several times. Congratulations on this hella exciting appointment with the Arizona Coyotes. It's been quite a whirlwind 2 weeks for you. How's it been going from NLL Commissioner to this big job in the Valley of the Sun?
It's been quite the transition. It was 2 weeks, over 2 weeks' time. It all happened very quickly. Not getting to know Javier Gutierrez, the CEO, and Alex Marullo, the owner, that went back quite a ways, a few months. Kind of started to get to know them, and then the last 2 weeks just all kind of came together. It's an amazing opportunity to reinvent franchise here in the Valley and also build a remarkable new world-class venue, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, I'm intimately aware of that situation. I had a good friend with Ice Arizona that owned the team a few years ago, Gary Drummond in that group. I'm sure you've heard that name if you don't already know Gary. So I've been following the plight for some time, and clearly there was a lot of work for you to do as soon as you got to Arizona. So what's your first task, Nick? What's it been?
Well, I'm drinking from a fire. This is my second day, and just getting to understand the landscape of what we have to work with here and getting to know all the people that are in the organization. We have a whole flurry of meetings set up with staff, with from all the different departments, also being integrated in the community. So it's quite a task at hand, but lots of really great ingredients here. A fantastic marketplace, robust and growing. Just really lots of ingredients to work with here. Great politics. Met the mayor of Scottsdale a couple weeks ago, and I'll be meeting more folks over at ASU on Thursday night. And everybody's really excited about the future of this team.
Absolutely. And Nick, I'm so appreciative and grateful of the time because I know how busy you are. And I won't keep you long, but I have a fascination with the Coyotes. They're my third favorite team, by the way, behind the Golden Knights and Panthers. The Oilers have dropped. The Flames are coming up. But what did you learn from the NLL experience that will relate and help you in this new role?
Well, not just the NLL, but just this is my 27th year in the sports business, and both, most of those years spent in the NLL and Major Soccer, 21 years, and I think both those experiences helped me. With this one, we're building an arena. I built 2 soccer stadiums in New York and Philadelphia. That clearly is going to be additive here. I think my perspective from the league office and running a league and having interaction with multiple teams will also be helpful here, because this is one team, one owner, where the NLL was teams and at times seemed like 30 owners. But it's been great. It was a great experience. I really enjoyed my 6 years at the NLL. Fantastic board there, fantastic group of people that taught me a lot along the way. I see Jessica Berman's gone on to be the commissioner of the National Women's Soccer League. So really, really proud of the job we did there and the people that we did it with. And all of those learnings I take to my next adventure and my next project.
Well, you'll remain an NLL fan, I'm sure. I was a new fan, and all the people that I loved that got me into the league, yourself, Lee Genier, the Urbans, are gone. I guess we can all still be fans, though, right? It was just, I was a little sad when I saw the news. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a little bit of sadness, but, 6 years, did great work. I am forever a lifetime fan of the National Lacrosse League. And, I told the board on the way out the door that even though I'm consulting with them through the end of June to help in the transition, even beyond that, when opportunities come my way, I'm thinking of the NLL, and I'm happy to bring them to bear and connect them to the NLL. I want to see that league grow and flourish, and it deserves nothing but the best, because the product and the players are so amazing.
Amazing. And I would love an expansion team in Arizona and South Florida. But back to your role now. I'm just fascinated with the interest in this Coyotes arena situation, for sure in Canada, but across the entire NHL to their fans in the States. What do people need to know about the move to ASU? What is there a misconception out there why this is happening? Nick, what should people know about it?
There really is. It's a short-term solution to a long-term spectacular opportunity, and that's what I think the fans and people throughout the NHL should realize. Gary Bettman's been incredibly supportive of this ownership and what's been going on here. There's a big vision here. There's a big, bold vision, and that's what attracted me. Javier Gutierrez, the CEO, he had me at hello, just a world-class operator and CEO. Alex Marullo, the owner, is undefeated in projects. He doesn't fail at all the projects he's done, whether it's in Reno or Las Vegas or in Los Angeles. So the resources are here. The talent and staff is being assembled and is somewhat here. We're going to expand that. We're going to bring, some real high quality, high caliber executives here to help manage this adventure. And then the big prize is, one of the reasons I came here is I have 2 gold shovels. I'd like a third. And that new arena in Tempe that's been talked, I think, is a spectacular opportunity to rebuild and reform the brand of the brand narrative of this franchise.
Well, Nick, you inspire confidence. Always have. I look forward to my next visit to the Valley of the Sun. Good luck with this. I know you're gonna kill it, and best wishes with everything. Thanks for the time today.
Thank you so much. And when you come to town, let me know.
We will. Thank you, Nick. Nick Cicavich, the former commissioner of the National Lacrosse League, now the chief business officer of the Arizona Coyotes. And I got to write that down. There is Nick's pitch on why this Coyotes arena situation is going to work, because the owner of the team doesn't fail. I get it. I get it. The guy, from what I understand, has more money than God. So that helps. There's got to be a reason why they keep pounding this square peg into the round hole. There's a reason they're not giving up in Arizona. And they feel this is it. That the new arena in Tempe is going to be the cure for all that ails them. We'll take a timeout and come back with Ann-Renee Desbiens. gold medal winning goaltender for Team Canada at the Beijing Games. What do they call it? The Great Wall of China? That's what it was? She put up the wall at the Olympics. So you're going to get, it's a special treat for your viewers. You're going to get to tune into a meeting of the goalie union. And then Moose will rejoin us for overtime. Or is she coming in overtime? No, regular time, you said, right, Clark? Yeah. Oh, so she's ready to go. So any questions, comments on whatever we've talked about today? Henry Burris has joined the BC Lions. That's the breaking news from the CFL. Randy Ambrosie, the CFL Commissioner, is here in Calgary right now with Randy's road trip. Some items have come out of that. So we got a lot to get to. It is daytime sports talk, and you're watching live on the Game Plus television network, YouTube live streaming, and 24-hour sports radio at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Roughriders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
11 throws 713 yards in a single pro football game.
A legend wins 3 Grey Cup MVP awards.
Allen looking deep.
A legend scores 1,209 points in 1,127 NHL games. Play among legends at betregal.net.
Grey Eagle Resort and Casino.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
Smoky in the air, that's a lot of time. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Experts in all residential and commercial plumbing services, and proudly serving Regina and area since 1978. Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We'll treat you right.
Hey, Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpedersenshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpedersenshop.com.
Aerial coverage of the RP Show, brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating. Mention Rod sent you, and you'll get 10% off. Visit broncoplumbing.com. And we are live inside that beautiful facility, Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. We are on the Stage Bar. We're here till Friday, gone for a few weeks, and we'll be back here in April for more live shows. Producer Clark has said that goalie Ann-Renee Desbiens, her audio just dropped just before the interview, so he said to hang tough like new kids on the block, and she'll be ready right away. And that's going to give me the opportunity to jump into the chat and chat with you, the viewers, on YouTube, on all the topics that have come up. I like this one. Wayne in Victoria, BC. Hey, Rod, what position is Henry going to be coaching? I assume that it's on offense. The kickers. He'll be coaching the kickers. He's going to be coaching the quarterbacks. I shouldn't say that. They could put him on the defensive side of the ball. It does happen, but no. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says, I believe the Coyotes will eventually build an arena in Scottsdale. Viewer Terrence Stevens responds, there'll still be no fans no matter where the rink is. And that's wrong. This goes into Canadians' fascination with the Arizona Arena thing. I can't get over how fascinated they are by it. And we'll talk about that more after our next interview and in overtime with the Moose, because he just came back from there. Ann-Renee Desbiens joins us now on video chat, and I'm very happy that she did. Good morning, Ann-Renee. How are you?
Good morning.
Comment ça va?
I'm good, you?
Very well. Where are you today?
I'm at the cottage up north, Quebec City, so middle of nowhere.
Good for you. Well, good enough Wi-Fi. Hey, Ann-Renee, I got to ask you, first of all, about the Olympic experience, winning gold. We all saw the games. We all saw how well you played. Defending, or I guess not defending, you're coming off a silver medal winning performance to win the gold. How did you feel the tournament went for you and for the team?
Yeah, obviously we had a very exciting group. I guess we were very talented. We had a good mix of rookies and veterans. So all of that put together definitely helped us being successful. But I guess obviously the past 2 years has been very challenging with COVID. So to be able to go to the Olympics, to compete, and then to finally win my first Olympic gold medal was truly special.
I see you have the gold medal around your neck, and we've had a lot of Olympians on. They're all wearing their medals. I love, yeah, congratulations, by the way. Was it just like any other hockey tournament for you? You've been in many, or was there a lot of testing, quarantining, segregation? Did it feel totally different than any hockey tournament you've ever been in?
I guess it was not as bad as what the World Championship was in August, so definitely was prepared for it. But obviously, there's a little more rules with testing every day, but that's something we've been used to. The rules in Canada have been pretty strict too, so that wasn't any different. But just to have the opportunity to compete was truly special. And then after the testing, it wasn't as strict as what people would think.
From our viewers, if you don't mind me reading some of their comments, Andrew Stute, Montreal Canadiens fan, writes in and says, Salut, Ann-Renee. Jeff Cabillas in Winnipeg says, I'm jealous. I want to be at a cottage. So looks like life is good for you. Ann-Renee, I read that you didn't speak English much before you went to college. Is that true?
Yeah, I guess that's one of the things coming from up north Quebec. It's not very common. So I guess it was a big challenge, and I just decided to try it, see what was going to happen. But here I am today on your show speaking English in front of everybody. So it's not too bad.
Très bien. Très bien. Congratulations. It's very, very. But what was the best? What got you to learn English the fastest? Watching TV, reading books, being around your teammates, all of it? What was the best way to learn English for you?
Definitely all of it. If you think about it, it was all my classes were in English. None of my teammates were speaking French. TV was in English and all that. So I was just really being immersed in it and not having anybody to speak French with me. Because I guess as soon as you do, you kind of default back to what feels comfortable. So I'm glad I didn't have any teammates that spoke French, because then I would definitely have been hanging out with them a little more than the rest of my teammates.
Of course. Well, I spent 17 years in the Western Hockey League, and whether it was right or not or correct, our coaches wouldn't let the Europeans speak Russian to each other, Czech to each other. They wouldn't. English only. I'm not sure now you could even do that. But anyways, back on track. You guys outscored your opposition at the Olympics 57-10. What would be the reason for that? You're the goalie, so obviously that was a big part of it. But was there a commitment to defense on your team?
Yeah, obviously a big commitment to defense, but the best defense is the offense. So I guess our mentality was to take a little more risk than what we had in the past, to make sure that our defense were able to join the rush, that our forwards were disciplined enough to support them when they did, and all of that. So it was really a team effort to make sure we spent as much time in the offensive zone as we could. And even in our D zone, we were just super aggressive and just trying to get it out as soon as we could.
This may seem like a stupid question, but who was the toughest team that you played at the Olympics? Is it the USA because you beat them for gold, or who was the toughest competition there?
Yeah, obviously the USA is always a very good game, often a one-goal game, a lot of back and forth, very physical. So that's always super exciting. Obviously, there's countries like Finland that's getting a little out there, but with centralization, with Olympic year, like Canada and US, we train together all year. So that definitely makes a big difference when we come to events like the Olympics. But the US is always a fun game.
Tell me about Marie-Philippe Poulin. What is it like to play with her? What makes her so good?
What makes Poulin so good is just that she's the best on and off the ice at pretty much everything she does. I think she approaches every single practice like if it's the gold medal game. So that's why when the gold medal game is there, she's ready to go, and that's when she shines. So she treats every day in her life like a gold medal at the Olympics. She has an incredible shot, incredible vision. She can make some awesome passes. She skates well. So I think she's just good at everything. That's what makes her the best women's hockey player in the world, and probably the most clutch player in Hockey Canada history.
That's what they're saying, and what an honor for you to suit up with her, and you are no slouch yourself. So you mentioned you're at the cottage in Quebec right now. What's your thing in hockey right now? What's your future this season and in the years ahead?
Yeah, so I was just in Pittsburgh a few days ago. We played a game against the U.S. with the PWHPA. We flew to Toronto. We went to the Heritage Classic yesterday, just came back to Quebec, have an event in my hometown on the 18th, going to Habs game on the 19th. Going to Saskatchewan the 21st. So just a lot of flying, racking up the air miles because it was pretty peaceful during COVID. So just a lot of traveling, and then hopefully we'll have a professional league starting next season. So a lot of fun things coming up for me and just women's hockey in general.
Life is good.
Yeah, definitely busier than after getting a silver medal, but it's fun. It's really fun to share it with people, make connection. I know little kids always enjoy taking pictures, so I guess that's the fun part about it is seeing everybody smile when they see it, and probably happier to see the medal than they are to see me, but that's okay too.
No. No. They will always remember that. Well, Ann-Renee, congratulations again. I'll see you in a rink somewhere. Thanks for the time today, and enjoy yourself. And with all those travels, please travel safe.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
You too. Au revoir. Ann-Renee Desbiens. How about that? Wow. And it's funny, Ryan McCarthy is watching in New York, and he says, I know the Canadian ladies beat my USA ladies, but I can't be mad when the players are this nice. Tout no félicitations. Ann-Renee. Terrence on YouTube, I know we need a women's league because of the big movement, but it will never be viable. It will always lose money is the problem. With an attitude like that, sure. Glad you're not the commissioner. We'll bring the Moose back in for overtime after this. What a great day it's been on the RP Show. We'll be right back. You're watching live from Grey Eagle Resort and Casino on Game Plus TV, live streaming on YouTube, and 24-hour sports radio at rodpedersen.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Pedersen Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now.
A new year means a new you. Pick up a new ride to match at Capital GMC for 2022. Custom order the perfect vehicle for you, or reserve a unit that's already on its way. Get into a GM certified pre-owned vehicle that's on our lot and ready to roll. We need your used vehicle too. We pay big and you don't even have to buy from us. Plus, our service department is always here to help. Get special pricing on name brand tires, tire storage, maintenance, and more. And we always offer free vehicle pickup and delivery. Start the new year right at Capital GMC in Regina.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Experts in all residential and commercial plumbing services and proudly serving Regina and area since 1978. Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We'll treat you right.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Big time, big time, big time, big time. Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Casino fantasy.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming of the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Number 16.
A legend throws 713 yards in a single pro football game.
A legend wins 3 Grey Cup MVP awards.
Allen looking deep.
A legend scores 1,209 points in 1,127 NHL games. Play among legends at betregal.net.
Hey, Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpedersenshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpedersenshop.com.
Here we go. It's overtime, and it's brought to you by the Four Seasons Sports Palace. One more look. The aerial coverage presented by Bronco Plumbing and Heating. Clark was saying good work on the show. It's a great teamwork day today. Teamwork makes the dream work. Got all our timing together.
Yeah.
Pull it off, and the moose is back in his usual perch. The cat that swallowed the canary. They're saying that you got a nice tan, Moose. Did you spend some time in the sun in Arizona?
I got a little sun in the afternoon. I didn't think I spent like one day in the sun. It wasn't even that warm down there. But
yeah. I'm telling you, Florida, that's where it's at, baby.
Sun hits you quick, eh? Florida and Arizona and all the sun states. No, it was great.
Yeah, good. Good to have you back. From my cousin Christine in Medicine Hat. She says, love the Olympic content lately. Your show just gets better and better every week. Well, merci. I'm told you lined up Ann-Renee.
Yes.
What's the story?
Well, ish. Clark booked the guest, as he does, right? But we made the connection. So it was through a group out of Ontario that represents her. So we connect with the PR company. PR company said she'd be great to have on. The rematch just happened. And sent the info to Clark, and he booked her.
Yeah.
Great interview.
You don't see the interviews like that anymore on television.
No.
Like we used to all the time.
Right.
Like watching her, Ann-Renee Desbiens, kind of makes you want to follow her career a little more. It does with me.
Isn't that the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to have this kind of stuff on television all the time. It doesn't really exist as much anymore. So it's fun to do. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says, shout out to the Calgary Stampeders for reviving the storied bonus high football program. I saw that they've turned over a big check from the Stampeders Foundation to the high school football program. So bravo, Calgary Stampeders. Cynthia's watching in Pittsburgh. She says, Ann-Renee is a joy. Congratulations for everything. Life is good, indeed. I don't know what the direct translation would be. You're taking this daily French word thing. The direct translation would be vie est bon. Is that what it is? Life is good. Moose was having a particularly rough day a couple weeks ago. As a matter of fact, we both were.
Yes.
And remember the phrase that you got on your little sentence of the day in French?
Oh.
It was, drop me off at the train station.
Yeah, I'm going to the train station.
How about that?
Woo! Remember that day?
That was a day. And how appropriate that at just before midnight I'm cramming my French lesson in, and that was the lesson of the day.
Drop me off at the train station.
La Gare is the train station. La Gare.
George Janitsos is watching the Greek Freak from the Four Seasons Sports Palace, your home for the NHL and the UFC. You know they'll have the Leafs game on tonight. The Austin Matthews-less Toronto Maple Leafs are home to the Dallas Stars. The Greek Freak writes in and says, make the Kullgren a win for the mighty Leafs tonight. Is that the kid's name? Kullgren, the rookie? Shulgren. Okay. It's like autocorrect. Feld, George. Shulgren. Okay. Jenna is watching down in Southern California. How come we didn't see Jenna when we were there for Super Bowl?
Good question.
Come on, Jenna. Were you working? Jenna writes in and says, looking forward to the USFL. Let's go, Pittsburgh Maulers. We all got to pick teams.
That's right.
You guys got a team? I think mine's going to be Tampa Bay.
Naturally.
Who? You, Tampa? You in on that? Pick a Florida team. Good road trips. Pittsburgh. Get out of here with Pittsburgh. It's cold in Pittsburgh.
No team in L.A., right? I don't think. Go to the big board.
Let's go to the big board.
I need a team.
Just like the Michigan Wolverines. That was a good year for you to jump on the bandwagon for Michigan.
And they're in the big dance in basketball.
Here we go. We all get to pick a team. Clark, you too. Jordan, the viewers, and the live, the live studio.
Clark.
No, pay attention, Clark.
USFL.
The USFL. The Michigan Panthers. Do you want to stay straight Michigan?
Yeah, I do. That's a good idea.
You could bang off a whole Michigan weekend.
It's going to be a good one.
The Pittsburgh Maulers. The Houston Gamblers.
Ooh.
Good road trip there.
Yeah.
New Orleans Breakers.
That's also a good
Is
road
that
trip.
something you might be interested in? These guys are looking at it too. Tampa Bay Bandits. Birmingham Stallions. Philadelphia Stars. The New Jersey Generals. And I think we're out of teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay, this is like anything for me. I have my first, second, third team. My first team's the Tampa Bay Bandits.
Yeah.
My second team is the Houston Gamblers.
Yeah.
And my third team's the New Jersey Generals because Trump used to own them, right? Right? They're back. So you're full on? You're going to the Michigan Panthers?
I'm going Michigan Panthers. They're my guys.
Yeah. Tampa Bay's going to kick their ass.
Well, buffet lunch on the game.
Don Mitchell, our Navy friend, writes in. He says, Nous allons à la guerre. We're going to the train station.
That's right.
News LOL again. We thank God we didn't say that to Ann-Renee. She would have understood.
She would have understood.
But does she watch Yellowstone? From Gino, watching on YouTube. Rod, if you're around for branding season in Alberta, be happy to take you and the Moose out for an experience you've never seen in your lives. Actually, Gino, I was born on a grain cattle plantation. I'm more than aware of branding season and how it works. As a matter of fact, throw castrating season in on that. Would you like, is that something you'd be interested in, Gino?
Can I bring the...
Scalpel?
The brand? No, the Dupont Media brand. Can I bring my own brand? Is this a bring your own brand kind of event?
We have a brand. Gino, what do you think? We're a bunch of city slickers? Come on, we're a couple of podunk farmers. Well, I am. Your dad was a heavy-duty mechanic.
Yeah, I'm kind of adjacent. Podunk
You're
farmer
town kid.
Adjacent.
You're
yeah.
towny.
Exactly.
You're one of those.
But a small town.
You're one of those. You're a townie. Everybody's writing in, picking their teams. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says Trump owned them and Flutie played for them. Yep. Yeah, everybody's picking a team. Hey, I like this. Tomorrow's going to be a very big show. Alana Nolan, who we all know from WHL on Shaw fame, Flames
right.
TV, Stampeders TV. Alana Nolan will be down here. Our good friend Craig Button, TSN's Director of Scouting. Steve McDonough, President, Calgary Stampede. Yeehaw! And Arash Madash. That's all tomorrow.
I got the day off tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like
How
it.
about
that? Was there anything else that you wanted to get in?
No, great to be back, settled in, and looking forward to this rest of the week.
Okay, great job by our crew, Clark, Jordan, Ryan, Lee, the live studio audience. Thank all of you. Nick Cicavich and Ann-Renee Desbiens. It's been a success. We'll see you mañana. Do we want to throw some Spanish
Why
in there?
not? Why not?
Tomorrow at noon Eastern here on Game Plus. Da-da-da-da-da-da.